Warning, this review contains spoilers. If you don't want to spoil Season 3 for yourself, then I suggest you click off this video, go watch Season 3, and then come back. You have been warned. So, Season 3 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous had dropped today, and what were my thoughts on it? Well, I would be lying if I said that it wasn't the best season so far. Season 3 had to be the darkest, most terrifying season in the entire series thus far. The season was terrifying for many reasons, but the main reason was E750. Remember the video I made a while back about my thoughts on the Mattel toy for the Scorpius Rex? Well, now that I've seen what it looks like in the show, I have the exact opposite opinion about it. The Scorpius Rex has to be one of the most terrifying monsters I have ever seen. The first reason was that there was not one, but two of these things, which made it even more terrifying. The second reason was how fast this creature managed to bring down a Brachiosaurus. If that thing can bring down a Brachiosaurus that quickly, then wow. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, but the Scorpius Rex is basically the Shinigamiosaurus. The only difference is that the Scorpius Rex can climb trees and that its spikes are poisonous. Yes, you heard me correctly. It has poisonous quills. And sometimes when this creature roared, it would stand upright like a human, which leaves me wondering if this might be a humanoid dinosaur. You know, remember those humanoid dinosaur concepts that were supposed to be in Jurassic Park 4 but were ultimately scrapped? Well, that's the Scorpius Rex. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Scorpius Rex is my favorite hybrid to date. Yes, I love the Scorpius Rex more than I love the Carniraptor. And I don't know why, but the Scorpius Rex reminded me of Carnage from Venom 2 for some reason. But enough about E750. What are my thoughts on the other things? Let's talk about the two new dinosaurs, starting with the Monolophosaurus. Wow, I mean, it was so nice to see a small carnivore aside from Velociraptor and Dilophosaurus. It was super cool. It looked like it was bigger than the both of them, but not quite as big as the Ceratosaurus. And it wasn't just one like we thought it was going to be, and it wasn't even two. It was like 15, maybe 20 of them going after the kids, and it was just amazing. And the Ouranosaurus, like, it was a nice change of pace to have a herbivore attack rather than a carnivore all the time, you know? Like, basically, herbivores can get aggressive too at times. And speaking of which, it was two Ouranosaurs and not one. And it was so cool to see a herbivore on herbivore fight when Bumpy was fighting the Ouranosaurus. That was pretty epic. And it was also nice to see Blue get a much bigger role in this season. And basically, one of my favorite scenes was when Blue fought the Scorpius Rex. Though it wasn't really much of a fight, because the Scorpius Rex was too distracted fighting the other Scorpius Rex to notice Blue. Yeah, for some reason, both E750s hated each other's guts. I also love how Season 3 ended the same way that Fallen Kingdom began. And there were so many references to the Jurassic Park movies and even the Jurassic Park novel in the show. Now, what were my thoughts on the human characters? Well, the human characters are, for the most part, pretty much the same. I mean, Darius is still that I'm not leaving anyone behind because I'm such a good person kind of guy, which I really like about Darius. Kenji's still the arrogant wuss that we all know and love. Then you got the entitled Brooklyn, who's basically the female equivalent of Kenji. Then you got Sammy, who hasn't changed a bit. Then we got my girl Yaz, who's just so badass. Mainly due to the fact that she doesn't take nonsense from anyone or anything. Especially Kenji. But out of the 6 main characters, the one that changed the most was Ben. We all knew him in the first season as this paranoid germaphobe who could get very obnoxious at times. In Season 2, he became this Ark Survival Evolved type human with a badass ankylosaurus, and he's just all badass, riding on the back of an ankylosaurus, and he thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. But in this season, he's kind of somewhere in the middle. He's grown so attached to Bumpy that he kind of has trouble leaving her behind. And which I can kind of understand, because when you bond with something, it can get very hard to unbond. But yeah, Ben changed the most out of all the main characters in my opinion. He went from being a whiny, obnoxious kid to being the MVP of the entire show. But yeah, other than that, that's about it. If you have seen Season 3, what were your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what your favorite part of Season 3 was in the comment section down below. But that is going to have to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.